Hello everyone, we are back. Doing a later stream today because I figured I actually could do a later stream for once. It's amazing, I know. Uh, I mean we're talking late afternoon, so not that late. But anyways, so we're back with the prison architect after that last prison went horribly because screw staff needs. Staff can now have no needs anymore. Hate them all. We're gonna close that intake first of all. So as I said, like in that first video we did, a lot of this is just planning. And once we get done with that, once we do our planning, what was it? I think we were 78. We're gonna this time because we have what is it, 120k. So well, it actually went up. I thought it was even less than that. I thought it was 90, but okay, I'll take 120. See if that works. We will actually do a little bit more planning since it won't take longer. No, that's not right. 81. $80. 78. There we go. Our pathway set up there, so this is going to be the entrance and main sort of walkway. 188, which means the midway point is 1990 is 180, 94. The little midpoint. Hold that with walls. So the midway point, as we said, we're going to do the same sort of design we did that last time. I kind of like doing where we have the big yard in the middle and then we'll have branching off. And of course, certain ones will have to have their own yard because obviously we don't want to mix all the groups together at the same time. That's a recipe for disaster. Of course, that's the other option we can always do is have this middle little walkway section and then have each building with its own stuff, which is also a very possible idea. In fact, I may do that. And that way we keep separation of min-sec with min-sec, or min-sec with min-sec, and then projectiles by itself. Medium sec with medium sec, high sec and supermax and all them are with their own stuff, so they aren't all conjugating together and trying to kill each other. As much. Note the as much. We're going to do that actually, so what we will have though is I do like having at least a little open space. Here's not going to be the yard. I'm going to go 6 out. Same here. How far do we want to go down? Well, we'll go in 6. We might as well make it even. Go from that. Alright, there's a little middle square we'll have there. I'll have a pathway around it. That could even be a kitchen if we really wanted to, just funsies. It won't be, it'll be like a little landscaping kind of cool looking thing that our prisoners won't care about because they're prisoners. So I guess we prisoners can care about landscaping. But... So anyways, there's the center. Be a little center way. Finish out the walkway here. Ooh, there it goes. It will run all the way to the end. Of course it won't actually run all the way to the end because it'll get my point. Our entranceway, as always, we're gonna go 3 up, entry. We leave 2 gapper, another entry, and that actually also marks our walls. So leave 2 gaps on the end. No actual real reason. Gaps, okay. Building out the perimeter wall. Some of this I may actually change from being live stream. Well, I am going to be still live streaming, obviously, but what I mean by that is I may take the live stream, cut some of the shit out, turn it into a video that's much more watchable. You know, the little time-lapsey, we throw some music on there, look like we're actual professionals. Crazy idea, I know. I've never done anything professional. Half the time you're lucky if I can speak correctly. Today's been pretty good for that so far. Other than I'm being very monotone. But it is late afternoon, maybe you need to take a nap. I'm just thinking out for you, okay? Looking out for you. There we go. Told you. Sometime I'd stop speaking correctly. I'm looking out for you guys. Maybe you need a nap. I'm going to speak monotone. Help you get some sleep. This will put you to sleep anyways. So what we're eventually going to do is this will actually be a... You walk in through this gate and there will actually be the reception area. So I'm going to try and plan that out a little bit. We need office desk, table, chairs. And I could be a little fancy with it. And no surprise whatsoever to anyone. Well, maybe surprise to people. So I'll need an office table, desk, and a chair. So what I want is something like... What I would do is normally it would be something like this. So I would have a little booth in here. And it would have a window. Do we want the desk by the window, or do we want it like someone stands there and then their desk is in the... I will put the desk there. We have the desk here, they're sitting there. Change out the walls for now because it's going to confuse me. Let's see, so the window's going to be here, so we'll put the filing cabinet there, so we'll send this out. A little filing cabinet there, so go over and check the files. We have like a radio in here somewhere in the back. Send that out. I like that. Maybe other little like radio over here. Like a doorway here to get in. You have down this hallway will lead to the admin offices. And that will of course have a door as well. We'll figure out how the door goes on that, but that'll go back into the admin offices. And then we'll have maybe our processing area inside a little ways, and you have like this area, and then it goes down into visitation, possibly. Or possibly comes down a hallway here into visitation. And we'll block this off, but like a processing room in here, so they come in here, and then they go in a room in here, and then come out. Trying to decide how I want to build that for visitation, because I feel it'd be weird having visitors come in for visitation. Oh hey, we also have visitors coming in here. I guess we could make a separate entrance, which I have done in the past. But this is sort of like the main area for prisoners coming in. Then maybe we'll split it, like we'll have our little processing tables here. And then over down south you have sort of for visitors coming in, they come into a different area and go into visitation and come back out. I actually kind of like that idea. So we'll extend it here. I'll have the door. And we'll need tables for... Or 4x, we'll want a few for people coming, for prisoners coming in. Oops, I made that into objects, that would not be good. That'll be confusing if I don't. So, come in, there's the reception area. We'll have go 4 tables and 4. Oops, that's just 3. All for going like that. We'd have they come in here, there's the door, then they get processed, and they go out. Sure. It would be like, yeah, this is like the reception area. And you have the hall for our staff. And then from here, goes out through here. Extends into this area where you have, everyone gets processed. Perhaps we could shrink this even, probably. Say we could shrink this. I guess I could shrink this wall down to just being with the radio back like there. Can get in the corner though. I don't really need to be in this corner. Whatever. Okay. This will probably be a part we skip over. So the plan is they come in here, they go into here. This is the reception area. This is where you normally would check in. We put like a couple metal detectors here. They come through, check in there. Where the staff comes in if they need to go into the staff room or anything, their area. They go past the staff hallway. Or do we move the staff hallway further up? Do we do? Well, no, because we want. I guess we could move the staff hallway further up, but they go by the receptionist so they can kind of see who's coming by. Maybe the prisoners then go here through the metal detector. They come into the room here. That. That has. Oh, and I did one object. We have a door there actually, so. We'd have a couple tables. That up. Needs to be bigger. Yeah. It moves into a room like that. You then have your objects. You have here. You have your. I just need to shorten that down. I'm fine. I can move up one. Like this here. Have tables set up for processing. Maybe we'll put some chairs or something in here, or some benches. These benches, I think, are. So we extended it out one, so we could bench or two in around the tables. Which is again an option. I'll do that. Extend it out one more. The joys of planning. This is why this all gets skipped. And usually in a separate episode, like it is today. There are tables here. We have tables here. Table here. Table here. Couple benches. So. Oh, squeezed in. Have the door there. The actual prison. There we go. You're coming through here. You get checked in by the receptionist. We'll run a couple metal detectors here. You go through the processing area. And then into the prison. The other thing I don't like about this is for our admin staff, they would have to come through I could build, I think I have done in the past, where you would have, you extend this room up one. You basically have two reception areas, and then you have a staff entrance up here. And then we could move this over. We'd have this as a way for staff, an easy way for staff to get in from here. Well, maybe. Just like a secondary option there. And for staff getting into this room here. Let me do that. Little area here. We extend up to there. I have another desk. In the radio. It's like the corner here or something. Whatever. Go around with that a little bit. Maybe the chair will be here just so I can have that radio in the corner without it being a complete pain in the ass. Here. Going all the way up to here. All the way up to there. Then this will have the warden's office one. Or usually give them a bigger office, but 4 by 1, 4. We have the warden here, the accountant here. Security will be in this corner. They have a bigger area. There'll be a staff room somewhere in this area as well. Drink doesn't get his own office, screw him. Right now, this will do. They have their own entrance off the side here. Like so, so they walk in through here. Move the doors down. They walk in through there. The receptionist. Here. Offices are there. Let us go ahead and start actually build that out here. There's our offices if I turn off auto light. Need a door. There's staff door, we'll go there. And we made our first start to the prison. Hooray! That only took, what, 30 minutes? 18 minutes? I've done worse. Alright. So, we've got the entrance set up. While I wait for them, I'll start building on that here. So we got our entrance set up. We're going to go and build out those offices here. What we're going to do next is then going from the entrance, we want to plan out our buildings along the way into our cells. We can go ahead and plan out our cells now if we want to. I'm not really sure if I'm going to. Because tough argument. We have this much space in here just to put all sorts of stuff. Of course, in the middle here, we like to put as many kind of buildings as we can. We like to have a nice little middle area of buildings. Of course, we could build just complete complexes of, like I said, medium sec having its own whole library and kitchen and everything. Mid sec having its own library, kitchen, and everything. And that's something I'm really tempted to do. Is having completely separated, not having that much interaction between the three groups, which would make a lot of sense. It would be very expensive, so we only can really build one at a time. And of course, the biggest issue we run into is filling in this space then. Obviously, this is sort of your entryway. Once you get into that entryway, it's then kind of like, well, what do we put in these spaces here? Obviously, we'll probably have a parole room and a reception area, or and a visitation area. Maybe we'll have just a large visitation area. I may put some holding cells in there. That's a very good possibility. In fact, that would make a lot of sense, having little holding pens just for our few different groups till, at least for min and mid-sec, till we get them into their little area. We could have, of course, a storage area in there, which may not be a bad idea either. We could even have a large kitchen, and then just the different canteens. But let's start on our min-sec area. I think we're going to have more high-sec than min-sec available, but there's 16. That's going to be 8 and 8. 9. That's 7. Put that there, that'd be 7, 8. Put that there we go. Now it's 7 and 7. Build the path out like so. And what we'll have to decide is where at what point does the min-sec building in. We don't want it to be near the wall. We want to probably leave at least a couple inches off from the wall, and I may even go further than that. So I think this will be the starting point. That would be 12, 14. That can be sort of the starting point of some of the cell blocks for our min-sec. We're going to need a canteen. We usually would want that to be about middle of our min-sec area. Which middle of that's going to be at 61 is the full length. Technically more if we build in, but and again, I may time-lapse some of this stuff eventually. You can also just skip through, try and time-lapse, or not time, you know, note what time we actually get the ship built if you're just curious. Like, I want to see your plans. Shut up and just show me your plans. So it'll be about 30. That's going to be about our middle. 30. 30 to 30. We want a canteen around the middle. We're going to want to have our paths so the middle section. Leading out. Of course, I guess technically they actually won't lead out this way, but to some extent it can lead out this way. Just not very far this way. We'll lead out to like that being the final point. Put a little wall here. So I don't have a lot of space on this side because I just want to leave more space to have for the calls. The dangerous peoples. They of course actually have 80, plus we want to go 4 away. They'd have 76. If we wanted to cut them to about 61, it would be about there. Alright, where we have the wall. Perfect. That went well. That was planned perfectly. Good to thunk it. I think what we'll do actually is we'll do a yard idea in the middle here, like we like to do. We'll go 4 over, 6 up. Up. Like so. I think that'll be a good enough size yard. It does look uneven on this side, doesn't it? 5, 4, we need to get the wall out one more. There we go. That's a yard. And then around it, you'll have on the north side, I think I'm going to put the canteen. No, I put it over one of these corners. There's a pathway we also want. The line goes around the yard. It doesn't actually go in the yard. Oh. So there's the original. So there's the design of sorts. You have a yard in the middle. To be shortened one, because then it will be. I might end up being perfectly even with that square. You have your yard here. Actually, mark that. Because yard's outdoors, so we can actually do that. There's the yard. Again, as I said, this is a shit ton of planning, so a lot of this will get skipped over in the actual video. Well, you know, I'll make a skipped over video of this so you don't actually want to watch the entire stream of me building shit. We'll have a yard there. We will have, probably on the north and south sides because we have more room there, we'll put in a canteen on one side and some stuff on that side, and then of course up here, on the sides here, and then up here. This side we don't really have. This may be the canteen because we don't really have a lot of space in here anyways. Now the first question we have to ask is how many people do I actually want in this area? And in this prison in general. Do that, we will do some fact research. And fact research means I'm going to pause this for a second and be right back. So you can have an ad you can skip for a minute. Or 3. Whee! Ads. Average prison. Not very useful to me, Wikipedia. If you're still on here, or the thing added. Yes. Good lord. What is... I don't care about the totals. There we go. Is this what I'm looking for? No, I don't think it's... Average daily prison population. Where is that? Okay, so depending on prisons, I'm looking through, of course, this is California, so they have a shit ton. Roughly 3,000. We're not going to do that. Anywhere from 2 to 3,000, depending on the prison and the amount of levels it has. We're not going to do 2 to 3,000. I'd be tempted to see how much the game could do, but we're not going to do 2 to 3,000. If we were going to do that, of course, it would be mostly high sec, sort of to copy that idea. Like shit, these little markers that are getting left are going to drive me insane. What I'm thinking we could do is we have... What do I have for categories? Pop over here. Mid, medium, max. And of course, I think they can make super max and protected custody. Oh, working on this, we should get a grant. So, I am thinking if we can do maybe a couple hundred a group. Do we want to do a couple hundred? We want to have a smaller max. We should have a larger max, being realistic, but because you have more of them staying longer. Maybe we'll do that. If we do even like 400 max sec, which are gonna drive me insane. I hate max sec. I rarely ever use them because I hate the living crap out of them because they're such a pain in the ass. If we did that, if we want to go to 1,000, we need to fill in with the rest. I may do maybe 244. We won't have a ton of minimum sec, but we'll have a lot of medium and max sec types. Maybe we want to plan 5-5. Like we could do 5-5-5 also, which would be 1,500 each group. 1,500 total. That might be a little big. We'll go for 1,000. And we may extend, may rebuild and extend from there and do another prison with even more of that. Doesn't. So we're going to go for 1,000 total. We're going to do probably, I'm thinking, I could either do 224. Well, I can't do 224. I could do 334. Or 325. Or like I said, 442. I may do 352. 300 max, 500 mid, and 200 minimum. Or maybe just go the 400 of each. Question is if we want to do more maximum sec or more max sec or more mid sec. I tend to like mid sec because it's less of a pain in the ass. Max sec may make more for interesting videos though. Especially if we like salt, because I'm going to get salty as crap at those idiots. But I feel like they also don't get to do a lot because they're max sec prisoners. So they're just going to, we have to kind of hold them in cells a lot so that they don't stop running. So I think we'll do 352. That will be our thing. So we need to plan for a canteen for roughly 200 over here. We're going to keep this as a clear pathway. Or a table, then of course I actually want to have serving trays maybe along the wall there rather than seating. How many of these do we actually need? We're doing 8. Let's figure that out first. So we're doing, I believe each serving tray can hold 80 meals if I remember correctly. At 80 meals, that would be need 2 serving trays actually, I think. That can't be right. Yeah, no, I think it's 80 meals. So we need 3 serving trays. And then each we need 8. We just need 8 per. So we would need at least 20 would be, yeah. 22, I want to say. 23. 3 times 8 is 3 times 8. 24. Carry the 2, that's 16, that's 8, no. 25? 5, carry the 4. Yeah, about 25, 24. Stacks these bastards. So, first of all, what's their serving tray size look like again? Okay, so that would be so that would be our three. We'd have two on the wall and then one in the middle, just because I'm an a-hole. Putting one in the middle would make the pathway divert a little bit to where you have to go around, but so that's fine. I'll get our 3 serving trays if I'm remembering correctly, the serving tray size, which is good because that actually works almost correctly with how much space we're going to have our yard area, and actually we can extend out to here, really. We can at least go that far out. Actually go farther out. There's our serving tray setup. Now how do we want to set up our tables? Get 3 there. Set up, we can have 2 there, 2 there, that, like that. 2x4, a 2x4. 2x4 in a space. That is 12, 16. Need to build along here. Up here we can open it up now. Having like that. We do have this empty space, which is really annoying. I may push it back one because then I can have a table in the corner. We could probably start to build into using some of this space here to allow us to do something like that. We wouldn't have we have like the serving tray and then it extends out a couple likewise into a couple tables like so. Just extend it out into 3. Another one section. Go something like this. Gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We have 5, 10. We have 5, 10, 13. Oh god, this is gonna really extend up. Of course, the other option is that we have 2 canteens. I can't remember how that actually works. It's 5, 10, 15. Or we use this space. Is also an option. Rather than having our serving trays like move our serving trays back, we're actually just move this wall back altogether. Have a entry space still somewhere in here, middle. Really, we don't have to actually have it in the middle. I just like having it in the middle. So probably like there. 9, 7, so actually be 1 up. If it was 1 down, we could actually have a 3rd stack here. But anyways, screw not being even. Oops, these are stacked against, although I just realized that. I want to do stacked against other gun. Gotta extend these out further. It doesn't really matter, I'm just horribly picky about that, about having those benches on the corner. Or walk through it, they don't really... bugs me. What was that? That'd be 5. That'd be, well, 4, 8, 12. 22. And our little 4-bys. 22 times 8 is... 8 times 2 is 6. Carry the 1. 8 times 2 is also 6. Put the 1. That's 172. So it's 176 now. 180. 184. There, we have 188. God, we're 2 tables short. Send this out to make room for serving tables, of course. Or we could extend it out to have another... No, because we need to send out one more to have another table. Or extend that out a little bit further out. I guess actually if I realign these... And possibly put in one more stack of tables and have the numbers. Serving tray though. Because we have to remember we can extend land, so we actually will be able to buy land and extend out there. There was serving tray there, and a serving tray there. How do I go? Probably okay. All along here. Actually, because of that, I have a space. That should get us to our 200. There we go. I think that will actually work. That should be 5, 10. Was 4, 8, 12. It's 22. We have a stack of 4 down here, 4 by 4s. Oh, 16, so we have 2. And 1. And 1 is 22, 20, 24, 25. Yeah, that's perfect. I think we actually have a little space to spare. We did it, guys. We got the canteen set up. Pause break. For time-lapse purpose. Alright, so there's a canteen set up. We've got a little of extra space, I think, actually on there, but that's good. A little more tables than we need, but I think I figure about 25 8 sets and 1 extra 4, which is fine. How about fit it in here? What we're going to put in here, we're not actually sure. We could put a kitchen in there, which is a very good idea. That may be just where I stick that kitchen and have storage off the end here. I could, of course, also put in a bathroom as well. We'll kind of see where we go from there. In the meantime, now that we got the canteen set, the next thing we would need for our min secs, I'll likely put... I may have them have just use a shower room. The canteen setup, though, we don't want to purely care about a holding cell at the moment. We'll need some solitary. We need a solitary area to put them all in. We want a common room. That would be one we need. We need a common room, a chapel. We eventually want a library, a cleaning cupboard, infirmary. Not like a workshop. I don't use workshops anymore because changes. A shop. So we could put the shop over there. Classrooms. We want classrooms. That's one we definitely need. So to appease the game, so I can start on. Let's get those offices. That's I'm gonna leave this out, this area, because I need to unlock some stuff. So what I'll likely do is get the holding cells put in, and we'll get this canteen built and a kitchen, and then we'll figure out. We'll leave a lot of space empty. We probably will use a dorm in here, and see, maybe have some edge. Leave a little space, a couple little bits of space, but we'll likely not use a lot of that edge space we have. This is like for cleaning, at least on this corner, because we can always build stuff in towards this corner because we have a lot of space back here. I think I will take my planning and just use a wall to block off the rest of this area. Just to kind of mark what's going to be the end of this area. So that's our end. That's as far as this goes, and then we go into the other sides. And down here, as I said, we'll look to build a dorm. I'll leave a little extra space. So how long is it? How long is that? By 30. You're by 30, right? Yeah. This may change from a dorm to actual cells too, not set in stone. That'll at least be a cell block. May do like a shared cells. Use the dorm to just make shared cells in a sense instead of just those. We know where the entrance will be anyways, is right here. We can work from there. That'll be the cell block entrance. That'll be, of course, the entrance to there. You gotta have 4 entrances likely, just in each corner. I guess we might as well just plan out our cell blocks. So you'll come in here. I think we'll start with cells on the corners here. Like that. That'd be a 3x2. I may extend these again to have more stuff in them. Let's figure out what do we want. It's men's sex, so I don't mind giving them more stuff. Like they'll have their own showers. Yes or no? That's what we're working on that one. I do like giving them their own shower. The issue I have is because they're minsec, I'm less concerned about that. Oh, there's cell grading, which can make cells better. We might start with just traditional cell. With your bed, it will likely be down here. Oh no, because I like having the bed closer than the bed there, the toilet in the corner, and like a bookshelf somewhere. I may extend it so I can put the bookshelf in. The benefit of having the bed here is you can have a bookshelf at the foot. Toilet, okay. So we put the bed here. You can have... It's still kind of tight. I'm gonna go 3x3 on these. Oops, I used the right tool. There we go. So you have the bed, you have the bookshelf at the corner. The toilet will face the bookshelf, and the door will be there. I can work with that. Same thing here. And we're wondering why I'm not, like, sometimes I'll flip design, or people will flip design. The reason I'm not doing that is, if I recall, having the toilets like here and here makes it a lot easier from the tunnel. And to work together to tunnel. Okay. So, we got the idea of how the cells are looking, and we can copy them over later. I don't want to put the doors in, though. The reason I do that is just so I can figure out how to set up the walls. The, you know, organize the rest of this. Now here's the challenge I run into then, is if I want to build in like a semicircle, or if I want to build build a circle, or do I want to the more space efficient but worse for patrolling sort of style. If we run a circle, you know, you have the nice big open area that you can patrol and you can kind of see everything. Whereas in these rows, you kind of can get lost really easily. You can lose sight of some people. We would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And of course, in these, it can also be argued that it would be better off having bunk beds, having a two-person room, which we could do. That would be fine. That little layout could still work for a two-person room. It's a little, we can share easily. And I may do that. Because these are min-sec, I'm not as afraid of them sharing rooms. I'll probably try that. In fact, thinking about it. Well, go ahead and build out through here as well. Perfect. Got lucky on that. Do I want to flip the... Well, there was on the inside, first side, so it will be like that, just slightly flip. Go. So we do by 2, that's now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cells on each side, I think. Yeah. So that's 28. This one area alone. We will build on the other end. Actually wrong. There we go. Go. Okay. So, thinking that through. So that gives us... Now, in this cell block here alone, if I don't put anything in the middle, we would have... We have 7, 14, 21, 28 times 2, that's 56. I think that's pretty good for one cell block. 56 people in one block. We can build another one with another... We'd have 4 blocks in that case for min-sec. That's fine. We do have a lot of open space, obviously, which we could fill with another cell. So 2 down. Down this 1, 2, 3. We could have cells in the middle. And in that case, we would have another 14 cells. 14. That would another 14. We have 28. We would have 6 then, so we'd have 42. So we'd have almost 100 in one block. I'm fine with 56 though in one block, and then we can use this middle space actually to put stuff in. I know it seems we could actually shrink this a couple inches. Of course, we could have it sort of in a way that we have cut it down to 3 or 5 and have a middle area with a few things just to allow us to have our middle without having like cut it down to go and. Of course, I would want to cut that one out too to have these middle 4 cells. As so. The middle cells there. I might do that actually. It's not the worst idea I've had. Do I have 3 or 2 spaces in here? I have 3. Actually, I do have 3. The only downside is it's a big hall on the corner. I don't like the look of a big hall. Also looks weird. Doesn't it look weird? Looks a little uneven. Yeah. In this middle area, we can put in some recreational stuff. Have a shower area, for example, is another option. So actually this can have 3 area cell there, but we don't need the walkway through there, but we could do something like this. Of course the shower's not going to be actually big enough for 56 people. Yeah, see, I can fit 20. And if I put one on the corner, I could actually fit more. But I'd have 20 shower heads, but we'd have 56 prisoners. Plus 4. That's one thing I like about having the shower in the room is when you have shower time, they don't all go into this damn shower and try and murder each other. Of course, we could turn these into other shower rooms. You could fit 15. You could fit 50. 15. That'd be 30. 15. That'd be more than enough. You'd even have room to add a couple toilets on the end. Do that instead of having cells here. These become shower rooms. This won't be perfectly 15 because I will have an opening in the middle there. Or like 6 and 7. I do that one. 7 and 7. Yes, I know I need to move it over. There we go. 14. Oh, 8 times 7, yeah, that'd be about good enough. An area on the end here in the inlets. Thanks, game. Perfect time to autosave for me. Boink. We have this little area. We don't have quite as much of a nice area, but it will get the job done. We can put a few little things in there just to make them happy. Alright. So, there's our cell block design. We're at 56 in here. We got enough showers. It'll be a little tight. Might be missing a few, but it'll get the job. Not enough toilets, but they'll deal with it. They have toilets in the room. We won't be that long of a shower time. And we just have to replicate that in the future. But the nice thing about this will give us enough that we can basically start with a minsec prison. What we want to do now is let's go ahead and finally work on getting the holding cell in. When you come through here, I may leave a second gap. We're going to have visitation, so I'm going to leave a much more than a second gap. We said we'll have a visitation area off to the end. And that may have like a waiting area in here, and then we will build it over in this corner. Plan would be, we'll make it it'd be a small waiting area, maybe like a hall here. For the waiting area, go down the hall we'll build a fairly large visitation area. Fix that later. We also have the parole area in this area. But after visitation, we'll leave a gap. And this will be our small holding cell. We're not going to do a big one like we did last time, because the idea of this is that it's just there, well, for processing purposes. We'll have a few benches. So, the toilets in the corners. Door goes in here. And there we go. Very exciting, lovely area to be in. Just random open toilets. Like, oh, just go crap in front of everyone. So that'll be our holding cell that we'll be using for the moment. We'll get a kitchen set up here in a second. Eventually, visitation, as we said, with the vegetation entrance. That's where we got our offices started on, which would be perfect for admin center. We have the showers set up. We have a yard set up. We just, now need the kitchen. Now, of course, what we could eventually do is build, like I said, even putting this in here instead of a feature, just one large kitchen to try and serve everyone. What I think we're going to try and do before trying that is use this as a... Try this, That actually may not be a good space for a kitchen looking at it. We'll see. We would have the door likely here. Sinks could... Oops, I need objects. Cookers can cook... I believe it's 20? I should know this, we just looked that up in the last video, but... That was the last video ago, or 2 videos ago, I don't remember. That's the prison. Prison... Architect... Cooker... Uh-huh. 10. So we need 4 cookers for a serving table. We would have 10 portions of food. Thinking this out loud. The idea would be if we built a huge kitchen, we would need to feed 1,000 people. Each stove can serve 2 at a time. So we would need 500 cookers to feed 1,000 prisoners. Roughly, we could split lunches up and stuff. Would we even fit 500 cookers in here? Probably not. For 2 each, we could fit 5, 10, 15. Yeah, we're not going to build that many. We all have to extend this kitchen out or something. May just extend all the way out to here, in fact. Further into this space, who knows? Large kitchen like so. It has. Object should be. Oh. 8. Wait, how many do we need? We need 200. We can serve 20 per. We need 10. 5. 10. There we go. Here's the cook's corner. Of course, we could just build the kitchen over in this corner here, and I may just do that. Just say F it. And use these corners for something else. Use this area for something else. Let's start building a kitchen in this corner anyways. I want a door closest to it. 2, 3, 4, 5. 10. I'm gonna do something like that. Oh shit, the wall's there. That's right. Dirt plant. 1, 2, 5. 5. There we go. Or we could just monkey with it. There we go. There we go. Cooker army. Fridge. Yeah. Yeah. There's the kitchen. Maybe. I'm calling it good enough. 6 fridges, you got 3 sinks, and 10 cookers. I have to, of course, walk all the way down here to get in. I may actually just put a staff door over here so it's a little bit quicker for him, or a staff door here. I don't really care where. There you go, there's a staff door. Walk through a staff door there. Whee! Into the food area. So, what do we have so far? We have holding cell, check. Shower, check. Yard, check. Kitchen, check. And canteen, check. We've got the list all done. Hooray. We also need 2 offices. Check. Hire a warden. We'll do that later. Unlock financially. We'll do that later. We'll do that later. We have everything set up to start building. Hurrah, hurrah. It only took us an hour and we're only got barely scratched the surface of what we're planning to build. Aren't you so excited? I'm so excited. I'm in fact so excited I'm actually going to call this an episode. And when we come back, probably not tomorrow, well we might have time tomorrow, we'll see. Tomorrow's gonna be Tower. And then if we have time in between after Tower, if I get up early enough, I can do both. Or tonight, we could actually, I guess, think about it, tonight we could actually do, sometime. Let's put it that way. Sometime, we will build this all shit out. And then we'll open the prison. And we'll watch our prison fall apart like last time. That was my fault last time, though. I still swear that's because staff is BS. Save that. And I will catch everyone... Well, hang on. Let me give it a couple seconds. Wait for it. Wait for it. Okay. I'll catch everyone later.